We can't manage work like this. That's why I use Monday.com. My team uses it to
I would say from Excel, uploading a file to my desktop. No worries, it's absolutely fine. I can create the data quickly now. Let's say a blank list, test one, and create it. Okay, this is done. I'll add a column title and let's say date and time. Date, fine, and save. So it's just a part of the data, right? Where I can now create a record. Title is Power App Session 1. Just adding the today's date and saving it. Just one record, nothing else. Okay. So now guys, you have two options. You have the data. Now, it could be a lengthy data, could be any Excel file that you want to work with. All right. Mine was not working, so I'm not wasting time on that. So just on this, simply go ahead and integrate it with Power Apps and create an application directly on this. Okay. Or what we can do, now let's connect this data to my Power Applications. I'll select a connector. And which connector I'll be using? I'll be using the SharePoint connector here. There is my SharePoint. And this is the size that I would like to work with. And this is my, I'm just confirming it, test one, yes. This is my list, connect. Okay, right, now I can see the data is already here. Okay, now just to go ahead and work with the data, what I'll do, I will try to add, let's say, a gallery, a vertical one, which will basically be used to display the part of the data, right? So if you have multiple records, it will be used to go ahead and show the data here. We can always go ahead and can check that. We'll add another record. Session 2, guys, it will be tomorrow, please do. Okay. Whenever you do this, guys, we just need to give a quick refresh to our data, and it just take a few minutes to go ahead and show it up here. That's here. Okay, so that's how we can basically connect our data with the Power Applications. All right, now let me just introduce you to some more tools that we can use. Right, first and foremost, new screen. Now you can add multiple screens to your own application. Now I'll show you a quick difference here. This is my application that where I connected the data. Now if I go directly from the data and say create an app, uh, testing app 1, 2, 3, and create it. Okay, because guys, this is a quick test account that I just created, just for the quick demonstration purposes. You know, I don't want to bore you guys with just mere theoretical part. And yes, you should always get this try again part. But just kidding, you will never get it. It's just, I guess, some issues with my account, I guess. If not, I'll not waste time on this. Okay, fine, no worries. I'll just give it one more grill. Okay, no worries. Meanwhile, let's try to add a new screen. Now you can add multiple screens. It can be a form like this. where it will be basically demanding a kind of an information from your users. It could be a list screen where you can display your items, anything. If you're creating a catalog site, a list would be a brilliant option for that, right? If you're not sure what you would be adding, the best is always create a blank screen. Okay. Now, from this blank screen, we can add multiple things. First is a label. Okay. Now we can change the label. This is my app. Just go ahead and work how you would like to work with this application, the text and everything, right? Then we can add a button. Now we basically use a button to submit something, or where I would like to move forward and backwards within an application, right? That's where we basically use. Now let's say I'm on screen 4. I can use this button and say that the onSelect property is simple English. Navigate where? To which screen? Let's say screen 3, and simply close the bracket. Okay. If I go to screen 3, I'll again create a button where I would say navigate where? To screen 2. Okay. If you want at any point of time, we can create a home button where it will take you to the first page of the application. Okay. Let me just delete this. And if I delete it, there would be an error here because now there is no screen 2, screen 1. Always remember, if you would like to test your application, there are two ways. Either hold the Alt key on your keyboard and try to work around with your application. Okay. Or on the top, you see this app preview. Click on it. Currently, we have not specified anything. That's the reason we do not have anything yet. So we can start from here. Preview the app button. I can go back. Okay. That's just you can play around with the application. Let's try to add some more things here. Okay, we have added a button. Now we can add a text menu, or sorry, a text button, a text input where you would like to go ahead and demand some information from your users. We can use text input for that. Enter your name. Okay, another one, you can add an HTML text one as well, where you can go and can add any kind of HTML text and it will be shown here. Okay, like this. Then rich text editor, where you would like to grab some information from the user and you would like to give them the complete formatting option where they can use bold, they can go ahead and can connect, attach a file, they can go ahead and can change the format, everything. That's basically the rich text editor. And then the pen input, a wonderful thing. You are creating, let's say, an application where you're sending out contracts to your users, right? They've demanded for something, you approved it, you just need their contract, right? Now we do not work in person, right? We are working remotely. So we would be needing signatures, right? So I can use pen where a user can sign in using their controller or the mouse itself. So if I preview the app, you can see, right? Just some practice, guys, and yes, they can go and can sign in a better way. All right, enter your name. We can use this, and I can use the rich text editor to go ahead and change the part of the text. These are few basic controls that we use in an application. All right, to make an application more controllable, I would say. All right, there are multiple other controls. I can input a drop-down menu. I can input a combo box where I can input a date picker. Okay, so these are the two one. Now we can input a date picker, let's say, where you are working on the approval process or something, and you need the date. Okay, where the calendar and everything would be shown. The user can select the date. It's absolutely fine. Apart from that, there are list box, check boxes, radio button, all of these controls that we can work with. Apart from that, gallery we have already discussed, where you can work with a vertical, this one, and a horizontal gallery. Okay. Apart from that, if you would like to add a media like an image, a camera, a video altogether. So for example, I would like to create an app that shows the videos that I have, right? So it's like kind of a video library that I would like to work with. So what I'll do, I'll go and add in a video. And the shortest one, let's say this one. Okay, so this is the application that showcase all of my videos, and I'm creating a video library. Just enter the link from your local system to your application. It will go ahead and parse it, and you can directly play the video now in your application. And you can see, just give it a minute, and there you go. The video is playing. Right? Great. Apart from that, if I would like to work with, I can add a picture. I can create a barcode scanner now. Okay, this is the one where it will be using the capabilities of your phone to scan the barcode application, right? Or to scan the barcode. Okay, now I said that we can create that in 5 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes, where you just need to go ahead and do a few more things with it so that it can save the barcode data, right? Basically, and we can basically now use it on our phone to scan different barcodes. Apart from that, if I go to media, you can add create a PDF. Now this PDF here is currently experimental, or you can say under the beta testing, where it sometimes may give you hard times to view a PDF, but it does work some in few equations, I would say. All right. Now the best thing under Power Application is to sort things is your icons, where I can use these icons to control my application. Okay. Let's say I would go to left. Okay, I'll remove this and put it here. Now, basically this icon can be used to control the application, where I click it on select property. I will change to navigate, where to screen 1, right? Now this can be done with any control, where you can try to change the own select property within your application. And on select basically means whenever you select it, what would happen? So if I select it, it will take me back. That's what would happen. Now you can do whatever you would like, whatever you want to change, you can work with that. Now if I go back to the control, these are all the properties that you can work with. Okay, so if you're hovering on the top of it, just like this, will the color change? What will be the height, the fill, the border thickness? All these details can be changed either from the functions menu or from the properties menu. Okay, now that was about the Canvas app. About the model driven application, guys, will not be able to, I personally will not be able to show you this currently as a part of the demonstration, because we are restricted with the time, we are restricted with the proper permissions in the account currently, right? But understand, we are currently working with, you can say, forms, we are working with rules, we are working with tables, rows, columns now, right? While we are working with model-driven applications, okay? Now, building blocks of Power Apps, where you can work with Power Apps homepage. Now, homepage is this one, where, this is the homepage. Okay, Power Apps Studio, where you go ahead and interact with your application, where I was creating the application actually. This is your Power Apps Studio. All right. Then Power Apps Mobile, just go to your Windows system or go to your iOS devices, Android devices, go to Play Store or App Store, download the Power Apps, sign in, and you will get the same thing. Then comes Power Apps Admin Center, where if your organization allows you, you can basically get it from, go to Admin Center, sorry, all admin centers, and you will see now, so you see Power Automate here, Power Apps here. It basically takes me to the same page, that is Power Platform Admin Center. Okay, that's altogether the same thing. Now we basically use the admin center to create and control environments. Now understand environments as different isolated working bodies, where environment we create, let's say I have a production environment where I'll be creating some applications that I'm using day in, day out. Then I would have a testing environment where I'm testing new applications and they're not yet in the production environment. Okay, so that's where we can create new environments. This is your home page, your studio, where you go ahead and create an application, work with the application. Now see how beautiful an application they are creating with it. That's your Power Apps Mobile. All the application that you have access to, that you have created, that you have been invited to, will show here under your Power Apps. Sorry, Power Apps Admin Center, where, as I said, you can create multiple environments where they will be isolated from each other. Any application that you have in, let's say, environment 1 will be totally isolated from what we have in environment 2. Okay, now how we can build an application. One, I've shown you to go ahead and work with the canvas. Let me show you how we can work with a template. Just go back to your home. Okay, start from a template. Now let's say I have, let's say we create this budget tracker application. Okay, for a phone, BT app, and create it. Where it is. The accounts, they sometimes try to go and give you a hard time. Just all right. Meanwhile, guys, you remember we created an app from our list data that we had in SharePoint. So this is the application. Okay. Now, there's a wonderful thing that you should always remember. Whenever you're creating an application from the data altogether, it will automatically create 3 screens: browse screen, detailed screen, and edit screen. This will be done automatically, irrespective of you doing anything. Okay. See how this application is beautifully built, and you've just have done few clicks, right? Now, let's say I would like to view the details of Power App Session 1. I can go here. I can see the date. If I would like to edit, I can edit it. Okay, save it. Done. I can go back, close it. See how beautifully the app is made. And you can see how controls are made. This select parent, that means this control or this data. Okay. Now, you just might have noticed, I'm not sure, that the name has changed here. It was Power App Session 1. I changed some data in my Power application and it immediately reflected in SharePoint as well. And that's the collaboration part where Power Apps and SharePoint are currently collaborated together, and you know they try to exchange the data. Why? Because I have created an application on the basis of this. Okay. All right, moving forward to our BT app, and this is, let's say, your budget tracking application, a completely full-fledged application that is based on a template where you can use it to track a budget, what you are spending. You can use it, right? That's how you create an application using a template. And you have been provided multiple templates. These are the templates where you can start from. All right. Then start from a blank canvas where you go to create canvas app from blank. Third, start from the data. You already have the data in SharePoint. You would like to build the application from it. Either click on SharePoint as a connector or go to SharePoint, sorry, and then integrate Power Apps, create an apps. So it will create an app on the basis of and keeping this data as the base of the application. That means as the data source of the application. Okay. All right. That's the three ways which we create the apps from. Now, some basic elements, Power App Studio, you have already seen, right? Galleries where we get everything right from creating an application from data, blank, or all my templates. And then we have forms where you can now add forms within your application. And just a moment. Here is my app. Okay, now just quickly add in a new screen and I would say form. I might have added it earlier as well. I would have forgotten it. Okay, now if you already have a form stored somewhere created in SharePoint or you already have it, okay, just click on connect to data and just guide the application where the data is all together. Okay, so it would go ahead and create it as a form for you, right? See, okay. Now let's say if I click here, I won't see anything. Sorry, a value would have been required. Let me close this. Okay, that's how we basically work with a form. If a form screen, I would say. Input controls, all of these things, radio button, toggle, list, checkbox. Depending on the application, your need, your requirements, you can now basically work with the uh, type of controls that you would like to add into your application. Okay. Now functions, guys, if you remember, we created a control, selected it on select property and defined something here. That's basically a function, right? Now, a functions basically works on basic plain English, right? So let's say if I quickly create a blank screen and I do one thing, label one, not label, let's go with a text input, another text input, okay? And let's say go to a label. And let me just put it blank. So a basic calculator here. So where I would say to the label, what's the name of this? Always remember the control names. That is very important. Text input 2 and 3. So I can see there should be text input 2 plus text input 3. All right. Now if I go here and play it, let's say I say some number. Oh, wonderful. Just give me 1 minute. You will go ahead and face these things as well. So don't bother, worry more on that. Give me 1 minute. Might have entered it wrong parentheses here. I don't require them basically. And text input 2. This is 2, right? Oh, sorry. Ah, there it is. Okay, now enter any number. and it will automatically keep on calculating it. Right? So that's a kind of a basic calculator application that you're working with. Okay, you can say just multiply them, or you can say divide them, or for that matter, subtract them as well. Okay, that's just a basic kind of a calculator that you can work with. So this is how we can interact and work with functions. Okay. All right. So that's it from my end. Thank you, guys. I'm done. You guys can take over.
Sorry, it's taken me a second to get unmuted there.
No worries.
Sometimes you just can't find that button. Okay, so we will go ahead. We are going to now hear from Shilpi. She is our product manager, and she's going to introduce some promotions and webinar related courses for today. And then as soon as Shilpi is done speaking with us, we will get right into our question answer section. Shilpi, are you with us?
Yes, very much, Leela. I'm
awesome.
here.
Thank you. So go ahead and get your questions in while Shilpi goes over this information real quick with us. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Leela. Thank you, Bakul, for this session. And good afternoon, everyone. I'm very sure you all have enjoyed this session today. Bakul was taking you to all the lab sessions, and it was quite interesting. I would take some time over here to throw some light on what we at Netcom Learning do as a Microsoft authorized training partner. We are a 22 years old training organization and catalyst to your career advancement. We have experienced and certified pool of trainers, as you have just listened to Bakul, to impart knowledge and take you to hands-on practice. Adding to this, our learners advance in their career by taking courses from us and leverage on the programs launched by time to time. With this, I will take you on the tour of our website to make it easy to explore the information you are looking for. So you can start from the homepage over here, and once you go to the trainings, you can look for Microsoft. As we are talking about Power Apps, I will take you to the Microsoft page. I have opened certain tabs over here so that we can speed up the things. So we are at the Microsoft landing page. You can check about the details. Interesting thing over here is you can download the brochure, as well as we have a certificate role-based path over here. I'm opening this. Now we know that there are 4 solution areas from Microsoft. So Azure, Apps and Infra, and Data and AI are into one Azure. M365, D365, and Power Platform. We are currently focusing on Power Platform, as well as there are new releases on security and compliance. So you can find those specific courses over here also. So my suggestion is you should bookmark this page, and it's always easy to refer. So what is this? Like, you can just check the certification page. It is linked over here, as well as you can look for the associated course and the duration. So it becomes very handy to look for all the offerings from Microsoft, all the role-based certification offerings. This link will be shared with you shortly. Coming back to the Microsoft page, you can look for the latest update, as there are changes into the certification, that now certifications will be valid only for 1 year. And to renew your certification, you have to take an assessment that is available through MS Learn. With this, you can extend it for next 1 year. So that is the latest change into Microsoft certification validity. We always try to keep our website updated with the latest information from Microsoft and whatever the new programs we are launching. As you can see over here, this is a SATV handbook, which can also be downloaded to redeem the SATVs, which are going to retire soon in next 6 days. 30th June is the last day to redeem the SATVs in case your enterprise is holding it. So it's better to check with your managers that if there are some SATVs, you can redeem it for the trainings with the authorized training partners like Netcom Learning. Okay, so here are different courses, popular courses, certifications, and some popular products. So as far I was talking about the 4 solution areas, so apps and infra, data and AI, modern workplace, and business apps. different products associated to each solution area. You can click on it and you can explore more over here. As we are focusing on Power Apps, so here is the Power Apps product page, and I will quickly jump to it. So you will be landing on this, and there are many courses related to it. So you can check on, for example, like PL 100. So this is Platform App Maker, PL 900 to start from the fundamentals. And you can keep on scrolling. MB 600 is going to retire soon on June 30th, and it is replaced by PL 600. So this is how you will find the information. And in case if you are landing at MB 600, you will get a notification that, okay, this is the replacement course and this is going to retire on this particular day. So once you are landing on the website, the messages, you will be having all the information about the upcoming things associated with Microsoft. You can check out the schedules, like in this case, it is going to retire soon, so there is no schedule. But in case if you land at such a specific page where you don't find the schedule, so you can just click on Notify Me, and you can let us know what is your specific date which you want to know. So you can just fill a form over here and just tell us for which dates you are looking for, and we will contact you back with the schedules over there. So this is one method you can connect back with us with your preferred dates. And the thing is, after doing all those, for example, if I go to PL 600, as we are talking about this particular thing, that this is going to retire and this is the replacement. If I land on this, it will tell you that, okay, this is the old course. And here you have the schedules. This is how you can land for different specific course schedules. But if you want to see all in one go, so we have a specific, sorry, if we have a specific landing page for schedules. How you can reach over there, starting from the top menu, again, this is fifth in the place from left. This is the schedule page where I am here currently. Let's say we are talking about Power Apps. I'm looking for this. Okay, I want to see what are the different courses. I look for Power Platform, and here are the different courses that are available. Detailed information, duration, if there is any SCTV associated, how the deliveries start date, end date, and so on. So all the courses that are associated with Power Platform, you can list from here. And also for your future reference, you can download this PDF. You can share it with your friends, the link or the PDF, whatsoever works for you. After coming on this, all these things, I will be taking you through the promotions as well, because this helps you to make a decision or helps you in planning your career roadmap or taking the courses. So how to land on the promotion page? This is fourth from the top menu. This is the promotion. And once we land over here, so there are different promotions that are running. Many complimentary trainings we are running these days. So we are talking about PowerX. I will be take you to this specific. We have this 2 hours complimentary training. You can enroll into it. And we will take you through a comprehensive session on Power Apps. So the details are available over here. You can fill the form and let us know about your interest into this. Our learning consultants will connect back with you on this particular thing. After this, there is another important program which is always good to check on, that is Netcom ESI program. This is Netcom Skill Initiative program, where this program is basically designed to offer massive savings with enhanced training or experience to organizations that believe in lifelong learning. And with our customized virtual private training packages under this program, you can train up to 20 learners in one batch. So it helps in driving the transformation, skilling up, or de-skilling or skilling up all the teams over there. And focus is always on the learners, as we are trying to not run this batch with more than 20 candidates so that they can have full attention over there and all the things can be monitored highly. So this is quite a good program, and as we are authorized to multiple vendors, let's say Microsoft, AWS, Cisco, CompTIA, PMI, and many more to count over here. So you can get training on the authorized curriculum and from the certified trainers over here. So good program to consider for the enterprise who has big teams to get trained. So you can check out these pages, and I'm pretty good over here. If any question you have, so please let us know. Over to you, Leela. Thank you.
Wonderful. Okay, then we will go ahead and jump right into our questions. I was sorry about that. The one day I forget. So the first question that we had, and I'm not sure if you covered this already, Shilpi, was if there was any certification for today's webinar.
No, not for today.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you. Let me share my screen real quick. Okay, and so then our next question was, let me see if I understand this one correctly. Are continuing education units available for Product Management Institute, PMI, International Institute of Business Analysis, IIBA, CBAP, Scrum Alliance Certified Scrum Master, and Certified Scrum Master CM or CSM certifications?
We are authorized training provider of PMI, and you can check out for the details for those particular courses. And many courses we have PDU approved, but not particularly this webinar is approved for any PDU. Did I answer the question?
I'm not sure. Hopefully they'll let us know if they need clarification. And then I'm not sure about the context on this one. They're saying, what about free PMI training? Is there an additional PMI training that's coming up?
Yeah, certainly. We have a complimentary 2 hours PMI training, PMP training. So you can enroll into it, visit the promotion page, and over there is 2 hours PMP training. So enroll into that program.
Wonderful. Okay, our next question we have, and this one is for Bakul. Where can you configure and customize your app?
Okay, yeah, that's a good one.
Do you want me to share the screen?
Yes, I don't mind doing that.
Let me find you on here.
Sure. So guys, the answer is basically you can go to your Power App Studio to go ahead and customize and configure your application. Okay. If my screen is visible,
Yes.
remember we created this test application. So this is my Power App Studio where we customize and create or manage or do anything with the application, specifically in terms of Canvas app. I guess that would answer the question, Leela.
Okay. Does Power Apps by default create any screen?
Oh yes, it by default now this question would have 2 sets onto it. If I'm creating a Canvas app, a blank application, like from here, Canvas app from blank, it will not create a default screen. There'll just be a screen 1. That's it, a blank one. That is the first question. Second, if you are connecting or creating an application on the basis of your data, and that data will be termed as your data source, then yes, there will be 3 screens created. That would be a browse screen, a detail screen, and an edit screen for the application.
Wonderful. Let's see. Our next question is, when we create an app from a data or data source, does anything changes or everything, or does anything change or everything remain the same?
Yes, I guess that I also answered that one in the previous question. So see, yes, things would change. If you're creating an app from a data source, you would get these 3 screens by default, where you can either delete them, work with them, or you can keep them. Totally your call. But if you're not creating an application from a data source, then you would be getting a blank application like this, just with a blank screen.
Wonderful. Was that your full question or your full answer? I don't want to cut you off.
Yes, that's the full answer.
Okay, so we had some clarifications on those other questions, Shilpi, that I think that you would be able to answer. They want to know if Netcom Learning Training provides continuing education units that indicate training to maintain professional certifications, for example, product management, business analysis, Scrum product owner certifications.
Okay, so for certain courses, yes, we provide continuing education units, and it varies from course to course. So we need to check it with the LC. LC can connect back with the product manager to let you know if that particular course has CUs associated.
Okay,
Or you
and
can
then
give us a query.
another follow-up is, so the free 2-hour Power Apps, it says is just for teams and organizations, and they are an individual and would like to know if they can also participate and how they do that.
Yeah, so it's particularly for teams, but you drop your query. It depends upon most probably we will try to accommodate you, but it's generally for the enterprise.
Should she just send an email to us at the webinar at netcomlearning.com?
They can send it at info at Netcom.
Info at netcomlearning.com. Wonderful.
Yes.
So, okay. And it looks like that is all of our questions we have today. And which means we are going to go ahead and wrap up. We're going to launch a quick poll to find out how many people might be interested in taking some additional training. In addition to what we presented today, we have a lot of informative webinars that are coming up. So please go to www.netcomlearning.com/webinars/ to register for any of those. We want to thank you all for joining us today. If you do come up with any additional questions, please feel free to send them to us at webinar@netcomlearning.com at any time. And we hope you found today's webinar very informative. We look forward to seeing you back here with us very soon. Feel free to tell your friends and colleagues about our upcoming webinars and other courses. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day. Thank you, Bakul and Shilpi, for helping present today. We just really appreciated having you with us.
Thank you for that, Leela. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
Bye, everyone.